Hey everyone, my name is Vem. This is my co-founder and brother Noy. We're the founders of StripIt supplements of StripIt, and we're very excited to share our information, what we're doing, and our journey with all of you. So, should we get started?
Yeah, let's get into it.
Okay, perfect. So, a bit of background. We started this around a year ago, right?
Year and a half now.
Year and a half. Wow.
Time flies by.
Time flies by when you're having fun, right? Well, most of the time, yeah, it was fun, but for the most of the time, yeah.
Well, we're just getting started.
Yeah, true. But yeah, we started around a little bit more than a year ago, and our supplements are focused on dissolvable oral strips, right? If you want to tell more about it.
Yeah, so it's basically, you probably remember your Listerine strips that were out. So this is the supplement format of that. So it's a dissolvable strip. I don't even know if you could see it on the camera from here. It's basically a strip you put on your tongue. Dissolves in a few seconds, and it starts working in a few minutes. And actually, I could just do that right now so you guys don't think I'm bluffing. So this is our Digest Probiotic right here. You peel the pouch open, right? We've got our strip on here. So this is a probiotic. You put it on your tongue. Starts to dissolve in your mouth.
Tell them what flavor it is.
This is a cranberry flavor, and it's a good cranberry. We spend a lot of time on flavors, most of the year, and it's just dissolving in my mouth right now, by the way. It'll dissolve in a few more seconds. So this is a cranberry flavor. We spend so much time on the flavors, back and forth, making sure it tastes good. This is probably the best cranberry you've ever tasted. Like, I don't know. You guys will taste it yourself, but it's pretty good.
It's good. And I mean, what our supplements are, they're basically not a replacement for other formats, but in our opinion, I think it is the superior format, for sure.
It kind of is. It kind of is.
There's
There's a lot of benefits that go into this, and we'll talk about that. But I think we should go into an intro maybe about why we started this, how we started, and then go into that, and let's do that.
Yeah. So when we were evaluating the whole supplement space, I mean, we take supplements. We have everyone around us who takes supplements, and we're evaluating what is out there.
Yeah.
Right. There's pills, which you have to drink water, and sometimes there's a feeling of it getting stuck, which is a universal experience. And then there's powders where you have to mix, and then you try chugging it down, and there's clumps, which no one likes, of course. I remember that one time. Yeah. And then there are where were we? Pills, powders, and gummies. Now, gummies, they do taste good, right? Gummies taste good.
Oh, they're candy.
They're basically candy. I mean, they're sugar. They're sugar. Yeah. I mean, what is one chocolate chip cookie that equates to?
Yeah, one of the big brands. We won't talk about the brand name, but one of the biggest brands. Each individual gummy has the same amount of sugar as a chocolate chip cookie. Mm-hmm. Now, we got a comment once where someone was like, "Hey, well, that's not that much if you think about the grand scheme of things. People are eating all these junk foods and sodas and this and that." We're like, yeah, that's true. It's a good point, but we don't think that health products should be a part of that equation of how much sugar you have every day.
Yeah, of course. I mean, these health supplements should be only helping you out, right? They shouldn't have some sort of negative component to it. And when we're creating our product, we're like, okay, how can we make sure that our product helps people the most to the highest capacity?
Yeah. And there's a lot of parts that go to that, but one of the biggest things is that when we were originally thinking about this space, we could have gone in and made a powder or a pill, and honestly, it would have been so much easier, a lot less money spent, and we would have been up and going in like a few months. But we didn't want to do that, and we're not trying to say anything about the products that are in this space. There are great brands that make pills. There are great brands that make powders, but the point is that we did not want to be just another copy-paste brand. We didn't want to be just another pill bottle. We didn't want to be another powder. We wanted to be different, and not just be different for the sake of being different, but actually having a format that's going to be superior to the other options scientifically, just lifestyle-wise. So it took us a lot of time coming up with this format, with the strip format, and landing on it was just a mix of just a lot of work and research, visiting manufacturers, making sure we're doing the right things, speaking to scientists, to pharmacists, to dietitians, to all these different people to make sure that we're doing something right.
Exactly.
And once we landed up on it and we really looked into it, we said, this is the format that we need to do.
Yeah. And one big thing that made us realize why this is the format is not only are the ingredients all clean, but the absorption was a very big deal, because one statistic that really stuck out to us is the fact that pills, their absorption rate is around 60%, right? Because they go through the gut. But strips, their absorption rate is 90% because they absorb straight into your mouth.
Yeah, and now we're generalizing again. Like we don't, we're not trying to
It's a generalization.
Generalizations. And we've learned that in this supplement space, we have to be very careful with what we say, which is good. Like again,
there should be. We
don't want to be snake oil salesmen. We don't want to be gimmicks or anything like that. But like in terms of when we're looking at the absorption, to kind of dive deeper into that, and we'll get into a lot of this more. But every other format goes through the gut, right? You're digesting it, and it goes through the digestive system. This format, it mostly starts being absorbed in the mouth through the oral mucosa into the bloodstream. So the absorption levels are very different. And that's one of the biggest things. But in addition to the absorption, which we can get a lot more into, the convenience of the strip format, I think, is what. Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, I mean, the convenience itself is you can take this format, right? This strips, our strips, strip it anywhere you go. You could strip it anywhere, right? That's what we like to, you could strip it anywhere.
There's a lot of marketing stuff coming
because this is the product itself. For example, let's just say the digest for now.
The sleep you're going to take.
Your sleep you're going to take, it's going to be by your bedside or when you're traveling, right? You could take that wherever you go. But this specifically for digest.
Can they see it behind the laptop?
Oh, yes. Right here. When you take it out, you could put this in your wallet, right? You could put this in your pocket. You could put this wherever you go, basically, right? Yeah. And you take this either before or after meals. And this is great because you go out to dinner or you're at lunch or somewhere like that. And if you're having some sort of, discomfort in your gut, well, you can take this wherever, right? That's the convenience aspect of it, right? You don't need water and it absorbs straight where you need it, right? When you need it.
So. Yeah, so it's a lot of, when we were thinking about this space again, the biggest thing for us was pills. There's a statistic that a lot of people don't know about, and that's 40% of the U.S. population, of U.S. adults, but even we could say children too, but we're talking about adults right now, cannot swallow pills. They have difficulty swallowing pills. Yeah. And it's insane. Like everyone that we've spoken to, majority of people that we've spoken to, either cannot or don't like to, or know people that cannot or don't like to.
Yeah.
And this is not just older adults, right? I mean, we saw it in our own family. Our grandfather slowly lost the ability to swallow entirely as he aged, and getting his basic daily nutrients became nearly impossible.
Yeah.
But if we look at people our age, I'm 23, Vem's 21.
Yeah.
There's people our age that can't, and then there's kids that can. So when you look at that, and that they don't want to. I mean, the pill aversion is real, like, right?
Yeah.
We all have that. We all know that feeling of a pill getting stuck in your throat. Whether you can swallow pills or not, it exists. So there's that friction there. And when there is friction, that's another big part of the routine, whether it's any of the existing formats. The friction that exists, you lose the consistency. When you lose the consistency, if you're not keeping up with your supplements and you're taking it once every 2 weeks or you're forgetting every other day or whatever, then the point of taking the supplements is really diminishing, right? You're not getting the returns that you should be getting in your body. So that's another big thing that we thought about.
And to also speak about that is when there is a supplement that is convenient, right? In terms of also the consistency. If it's convenient, right? The strips you can take anywhere, right? At any time. And it's convenient, right? That's why you can. And that is what builds a routine, right? And when there's routine, well, then you actually see the results from your supplements, right? And a lot of people, like Noy said, they take it once a week or once a month, for that matter. Well, they're expecting something that is not going to actualize, right?
Yeah.
So that's big. That's big.
And the pill graveyard, that's a big thing.
Oh, yeah,
right?
the pill graveyard.
Like,
yeah,
I'm sure if you open up your cabinet at home, it's weird speaking to the camera, by the way.
I know, yeah, I don't know where to look.
But like, if you open up your cabinet at home, there's a bunch of pill bottles that are like half empty, maybe some are expired. But that's a universal thing, right?
Yeah.
Because the formats, they don't create that consistency, they don't create that routine, and that's again one of the big things about the strips. What else is there?
Well, I was going to say that people will really see the results of sticking to their supplements. I mean, just because we're making a strip brand doesn't mean we're telling everyone to use strips, right? What we're preaching here is the fact that people should have something that works for them and stick to it. Because what we want to see is people seeing the results they want to see in their health journey, right? And it doesn't matter if you use strips, pills, powders, gummies. Of course, there's some that are better than others in terms of absorption, like the strips. But if you stick to something, you will see the results. And this goes with anything that you do, of course, right?
Yeah, and we try to adopt that in our daily lives. Again, we're building this brand, and we're brothers, so we've
Yeah.
we've grown up together all our lives.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we have a very similar mindset in that. But we're trying to build this brand in a way that is very, very transparent and trustworthy. And obviously, that should be the base case for brands these days, especially with something that you're putting in your body. But the way that we see this is that we're trying to build this as how we live our lives. We think healthy routines are very important. We think eating healthy is very important.
That's right.
Supplement, at the end of the day, supplement what your existing habits are, right? So if you're eating junk food every day and you're not taking care of your body, and then you expect a probiotic to do something for you, it might a little bit, but it's not going to be the same as if you're having healthy diets and exercising and working out and all that.
Yeah.
So that's really how we're thinking about the brand. I don't know what point we were talking about, but
No,
it's important to talk about.
I mean, it's good to kind of end with this point in mind, is that you have to put the effort in to really benefit your health, right? And not a lot of people do, and a lot of people do, but not the right way, to say at least. So I just want to say this: our strips are going to help you reach your goals quicker, because there's no barrier to it. It's very easy to take, and I encourage everyone to try it out at least once and tell us what you think, right?
Yeah, we don't want to be salesy. Obviously, we are trying to sell a product, but again, we want to build a community off of this. We want people to understand that there are different ways of taking supplements. There are better ways of doing things that fit your lifestyles. Again, we want to educate people a lot too, like the difference between a prebiotic, a probiotic, what goes into melatonin and all that. So we want to be a brand that is your friend. We want to be able to talk to you like a friend. We don't want to be clinical. We're not going to be wearing lab coats, even though we might get behind the scenes of the lab coats of doing the strips,
look
making
forward
the
to
strips. But we just want to be a brand that does this all. And again, it's you guys are watching this from the beginning. We might look back on this and say this is such a cringy video. I don't know.
Who knows?
But we're building this out from the beginning. You guys are seeing it from the beginning, and we really do want to grow and build this out and build a whole community around it, because we believe this is the future of supplements.
Yeah. And I think that was pretty good.
I don't know how long we've been. We should have a timer.
Yeah, we should have a timer. Well, I think this is very, very successful, and we're looking forward to growing with you guys.
Yeah, this is fun. Well, how do we end it off?
Like this.
Oh, okay. Smile. All right, I think that was good.